Hi, everyone. This is Laura again. We're going to talk about first what the difference between consonants and vowels are. The main difference between consonant and vowels is how the airflow is managed in the vocal tract. Consonants involve some kind of constriction or blockage of airflow, whether by the lips, tongue, or other articulators. For example, when I say the word top, the t sound blocks the airflow briefly. In contrast, vowels are produced with a relatively open vowel tract and no significant constriction. That means flows freely through the mouth. This open configuration is what makes vowels resonant and sound louder and more voiced than consonants. Understanding this distinction is essential when teaching our emergent bilingual students, especially those whose native language has the different consonant vowel patterns or syllable structures. Recognizing how English alternates between vowels and consonants in word formation can help students with pronunciation, spelling, and reading fluency. Now, as for the three characteristics used to describe any consonant sound, when linguists describe consonant sounds, they use three characteristics: voicing, whether or not the vocal cords vibrate, the place of articulation, meaning where the sound is produced in the vocal tract, and the manner of articulation, how the airflow is constricted or modified. An example of this would be the b sound, which is voiced bilabial stop. That means the vocal cords do vibrate, so voiced. The sound is made with both lips, bilabial, and the airflow is briefly stopped and then released. So that's the stop. Teaching these three dimensions can really empower EBs to self monitor their pronunciation and notice subtle distinctions in English that may not exist in their L1 language. Now, what is voicing? Voicing refers to whether the vocal cords or vocal folds vibrate when producing a sound. I'm sorry about that. To test this, you can put the fingers on your throat and compare the two sounds. So we have the s sound and the z sound. When you say s as in sip, you don't feel any vibration. It's voiceless. But when you say the z in zip, you'll feel a buzz right here on your Adam's apple. That's voiced, or non-Adam's apple, right here. Helping students learn to recognize voicing is useful for correcting pronunciation errors and distinguishing between minimal pairs like bat versus pat or fan versus van. Now, how are the following sounds produced? And we have to give an example of each word. So, the bilabial sound produced with both lips touching. The example would be the P in pat or the B in bat. And we could have students place their fingers on their lips to feel this closure. So we could do P, pat, bat for B. The labial dental sounds produced by touching the bottom lip to the upper teeth, for example, the F in fan or V in van. And students can marry this by using visuals or feeling the contact themselves. The interdental sound is produced by the placing the tongue between the upper and lower teeth. For example, the th sound in think or the th sound in this. EBs often substitute these sounds with an S or a D. So modeling and exaggerating the tongue placement can help. So we could show it like think, this, like that. Okay. Then we have alveolar sound produced with the tongue touching or near the alveolar ridge just behind the teeth. And that's the example of the in top or the d in dog. Using a mirror can help students see the tongue placement correctly. Then we have palladial sound produced at the hard palate in the middle of the roof of the mouth. And the example would be like the in she or the z sound in vision. Now, these sounds are often unfamiliar in other languages, so showing the shape of the tongue and the airflow could help. The velar sound, produced at the soft palate near the back of the mouth. Example, the k in cat or the k in go. And we could say go slowly so students can feel the back of their tongue rising. Because if you say it quickly, go, you kind of don't really catch it. But if we go oh, then you can feel it. Then we have the glottal sound, produce the glottis, the space between the vocal cords. And the example of that is the H in hat or the catch sound in the throat, the O. For EBs, glottal sounds may not exist in their language, so modeling and awareness are very important. To wrap it up, understanding consonant production through voicing, place, and manner gives us powerful tools for helping emergent bilingual students. This foundational concepts of articulatory phonics allows us to diagnose pronunciation issues, explain why they occur, and provide students with the physical and visual cues they need to produce English sounds confidently. I hope this breakdown was clear and helpful. Everyone have a good day. Thank you.